I'm Corinna from Universal Publishing Production Music. This is a special part and kind of publishing in the music business. I think later on we will explain a little bit more what we are doing. But the main important thing is the future. The future is the people working with music, like cinema people, internet, all these games like Farmville, Cityville, and so they want to have a one-stop shop, we call that. So don't talk to so many people to get music in your movie, just to talk to one person and who can give you all the rights. And this will be the future. So that's what I'm doing. But I started 27 years ago in the music business with Bon Jovi, Scorpions, Metallica, Elton John. I had been a product manager. And then I changed after 10 years getting bored of music. And at that time in the 80s, videos were coming up, music videos. And so my heart felt really to the film business. So I went back to the film business for 15 years, did music videos with Shania Twain, with Michael Jackson. And then 11 years ago, so the music won, and I'm back to the music. So that's what I'm doing. I think I can put it into cards, if you don't mind. In the 80s, they were the golden years. So I'd been really directly in there, 80s, beginning of 90s. So we had about, for example, take some hard rock bands. In Germany, we sold about 3 million LPs. It was easily 3 million. And you got, for 1 million, you got platin. Today, for 250,000, you get platin. So this is the difference. But the things changes like in the 1990s. The people don't want to spend so much money on the music they buy. So of course internet was like Napster, but people spent money on different things, which all are with the music business. So the thing is, it changed in the companies. It was a record company in the past and a publisher. Now we call it 360 degrees companies. So that means when ringtones were coming up, I was laughing about the young kiddies. They don't want to pay for one song 99 cents. And they took it from Napster without paying it. But they pay €1.50 for a 30 seconds ringtone on their mobile phone. But it was just 30 seconds. Even I am, as an old woman, I can rebuild on my iPhone a whole song for 99 cents and with a machine mixer and make a ringtone from it. So it's so crazy. The people spend the money for ringtones. And then, they don't sell so much CDs, and all the people of the music business say, oh, we are not earning so much money. But if you think about what a concert card, like we see here, the O2 World, what a concert card. So in the 80s, you paid about €10 for a concert of Madonna. You earned less money, but €10 it was okay, so you could go on 10 concerts a year. Today you pay €200 for a concert, so you can go on 2 concerts a year, perhaps. No, the people go as well. They go to 5, 6, 7, and they really spend the money. So I think the music business is saying, oh, bad business. The bad business is selling the CD. So there's one sentence my managing director told me once, and this is really right. In the past, you made music and go on concerts to sell the CD. Today you make a CD to get the people to the concerts. So you have to make the CD for free, like cheap money. Because it's not the money you make with a CD. You make the money with merchandising, with T-shirts, with concerts, with TV shows. Perhaps do you remember Ozzy Osbourne with his reality show? There's so many people doing those things. I think it's just changing. It's not a bad business at the moment because we are still here. It starts 1910. And the idea behind that was when the cinema was coming up, 1910, the first movies were without speaking and without music. Perhaps you know Buster Keaton, something like this. When they're coming up, there was in the cinema, there were real musicians making music to the movie. But then more and more cinema houses were opened, but they don't have so much orchestras. So they taped the music and sent the LPs at that part, it's 100 years ago, they sent the LPs to the different cinema houses, and when the movie starts, they put the LP on the player, and they had music there. That was the idea, so like an archive. And this is what we are doing, as well as Warner did, Sony did, so everybody's doing it. We are asking the composers to give the music not for selling, but for helping production companies. So if there is a commercial spot, which they don't have so much money, it's like an independent, but it has to be shown 2 weeks on television. They don't have to, money like 10,000 for a composer, big one, or Robbie Williams. So we have the already taped songs which could work on it, and the good thing is that the production company can work with the music. So they are allowed to pitch the song if it's too slow, if it's not really fixed on the pictures. So they can work with it. And it's not so much money the composer get for this one license, but they can license worldwide in 41 offices. And if you have one CD, you can sometimes earn more money than a CD in the charts in Germany. Because if a German artist has his music out, he mostly has it in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, these German-speaking countries. There's not so many German singers or bands which are popular in America. Production music happens worldwide, and we changed 2 years ago from CD to internet. So every song is on different, like MP3, like WAV and AIFF, this system. So everybody can download it, who has a production company or a cinema production company or commercial company. And so the rates are really low. But for us, the business is make so much you can. So in Germany, we have 12,000 clients. We have 5 people serving 12,000 clients, the servers. That's the secret behind production music. You can perhaps imagine it was very hard when we started to ask a composer and said, could you make a CD for us for 1,000 euro, 10 songs, and we don't sell it? And they said, huh? Yes, but 41 countries of Universal would try to make license synchronization business to this. So your music could happen in a cinema movie, your music could happen in a commercial. And the composer said, could. But how do I get money? You get money from the societies. Okay. How much could it be? I said, from this to 100,000 a year. And then 100,000 a year? So, but we started with really low composers. What I mean is not with so much experience. Today, perhaps you heard about it in Germany last year, the band Raymond, they get split. 2 weeks after they got split, and the press was, the 2 composers were staying in front of my door and saying, can we compose for you? So we are so popular now that we have about 80% of the whole library of Ennio Morricone. So you can't get from me The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, not this one. Because this is really high potential. You can buy it in the shops. But all the old stuff of Ennio Morricone, he did comedian as well. A lot of people don't know that he was really a great comedian composer. Not only spaghetti western. And those happens because the people see they are not selling so much, like soundtracks. So there are composers coming which are in the past only had produced cinema movies. Now they said, oh, my last cinema movie was 2 hours, but in the cinema it was only 1 hour 30. But I keep the 30 minutes of composing. Can I sell it to you? Of course, in the past they had it at home. Because you always have a director's cut on a movie, and you have a rough mix, the rough. So, but the composer starts on the rough mix, and then it's getting the composition like for the director's cut, and then the cut for the cinema, which is really out. But there's so much music left. And in the past, there was on an Apple computer or nobody takes care. And I'm buying those stuff. So, and because of this, the really great composers said, there's another business. And there's a funny story about it. We have a composer who said, okay, I don't know how much money I do with you, but I don't care because this music was at my home and I even didn't get money for it. So I will do my own publishing, like a, edition, like an edition. And he called it my pension. So that's all the money which is going from us to him. He don't look at it because he's now 42. And he said, when I'm 60, it's my pension. Then I look at that bank account and this is my money for the late days. That was so funny. If you have a single in the charts, you make money at one day, It's really selling. But this music, and the composers now recognize this CD has a life in my business about 10 years. Because if now, today, someone is doing a movie about the 70s, they need really music from the 70s. So I'm looking in the archive. Do we have really music with the instruments of the 70s? And so that's how it works.
When you are approaching or talking to a composer, not only the business side, you also work in the production side. You say, okay, I want more this arrangement or this, also something that belongs to you. I mean, also you're also doing this kind of thing.
Yes, so there's something changing in the last 3-4 years. So in the past year, well, we just let the musicians make the CD.
Okay.
But now we have different formats.
Okay.
Like we have, for example, there's one CD which is called Full Ambient Pure. I have it here. So that means every song is in a pure version, in an ambient version, and in a full version.
Okay, several versions.
Because you don't know what the client wants.
So they can
and
play.
In the past, we only made CDs like full versions.
Yeah.
Or we make an ambient chill out CD.
Yeah.
That's what they don't want, because then they can make the whole movie with one theme.
Yeah.
In
Exactly.
different kinds.
Exactly.
So you have going into the movie, you have perhaps a love scene in the movie, and you have the showdown at the end.
And
you need the full mix.
They play.
But you always have the same scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And that's the difference. And he's really doing live. He's a live artist. And now he's producing for us as well. And this is really only drums, but drums with a different idea, not like a commercial release for let the people buying it. It's done by how would Berlin, for example, sounds for you in the morning, in the midday, in the evening. This is just for you to hear in.
I listen to that.
This is different kinds. So. Or what was worldwide was this movie. It's called Wüstenblume. I don't know what it is. Is it desert flower?
Yeah.
But this is about Africa and the women. You know what they do with them. They cut them. And this is an international. And they really made it on Blu-ray now. Okay. And this the whole movie is without music. They had money, but if you have a little bit like independent, it's better to get worldwide from the first of the beginning, because then the people forget you. You know. And if you start with 2 copies in America. It's nothing. But if you have 25 worldwide, you know, one person is talking, one person is talking, perhaps they put it on YouTube. And so you need the rights for the music for YouTube as well. You need it for Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. In the commercial music, the core music. For example, if I just had a meeting in the morning. If you need an English artist, like James Blunt, if you want to have him for internet, for the movie, the synchronization right you get here in Germany, because you're in Germany based, you're asked here, publishing, for the synchronization. For the internet broadcasting, you have to ask the PRS in London.
Okay, so it gets really complicated.
But there are 2 people. But if you have Bon Jovi, you have to ask in Germany for the synchronization, because you're a company in Germany. You have to ask for the broadcasting, television and cinema and internet, where the artist is signed in Europe.
Exactly.
Could be London. You call in Germany, you call in London. But all the rest of the world rights. Of course, Bon Jovi is in USA. So it's a totally different kind of right system. And today, I just want to show you, if it's online, I don't know, I hope so, vocal songs, which are the difference. It's so totally different now. We just said him, we want to have a club sounds mix. So like you would do in the clubs. With the main theme, we had lounge, and we had techno, and we wanted to have chill out. How would chill out sounds to you in a club, in a really sophisticated club? And it's so lovely. It's like, it doesn't sound like production music. And the whole cost for 1,500 for the whole CD. Including mastering, I paid 1,500 for 10 songs.
This is a recent.
That was so great. This is production music.
But this is.
And I was like, what is it about? And that was the reason that the songs are so great American in our company here, is that are all bands which tried to get deals. But they didn't got deals. But they were so clever not to wait 10 years and then the songs are old. They were building up their own band. But they gave their old songs, which doesn't work for record companies.
But they're still
They give it away, And this is so great to make it like this.
really like this music right now. It's my music. I'm listening to it. Sounds like Liner Skyner.
You can't do it in Germany. It's really this.
Yeah, has to be from the voice.
But for a German movie,
It's great.
it works so great, and this is nothing. He didn't get a deal.
Yeah, but they got a deal in the production field. Actually, I like this music. And it sounds genuine, it sounds real.
And that's what I say. There's so many great artists outside,
Yeah.
and you know about 100 rock bands, and just one.
Makes it.
Yeah,
and the others
But what is with the other 99?
have good songs. Yeah.
Help them, but
Yeah.
they can help my clients.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's a good.
Bye bye.